Hi, it's Tricia, the Knitting Lady. It's Monday evening, and I hope everyone is doing fine. If you like my videos, please subscribe. Push the like button. I plan to do a little bit more of these videos on these brilliant flashes of genius I have. Well, not really genius, but I just had this funny idea come into my head. I was doing my wash, and I put the clothes in the dryer. I always check halfway because I don't like to over dry my clothes. So I, looked at it, emptied the lint dryer because I'm obsessive about that. Proceeded to restart. And when the clothes were finally dry, I took the clothes out of the dryer. And then again, there's the lint. And I can think of myself, where does all this lint come from? What did we do before clothes dryers? I grew up in a household where we didn't have a clothes dryer until I was in high school. And my mother used to always say, we don't wear our clothes out, we wash them out. Like before that, we used to use the clothesline, the solar clothes dryer. And I don't know how many of you grew up without a dryer or used a clothesline for years. The sheets always smell better. That's one thing I miss about having one. But you were real careful what the things look like, the sheets or the clothes, before you put them on the line, because you didn't want your neighbors to say anything, all that dingy underwear. You wound up getting rid of it because no matter how much you washed it, it still looked dingy. But you get the dryer, and you don't have to worry about that anymore, about people seeing what it looks like. But you always have this lint problem. Make sure you clean out the lint trap. Make sure you clean out the lint trap. We almost had a fire in our house one time because someone, not me, was not too good at cleaning out the lint trap. But so I did a little research because I'm saying to myself, was lint a real problem before we had dryers? Well, apparently it wasn't. And I think my mother was right, because lint is composed of tiny bits of fabric fibers. So my mom was right. We're washing our clothes out. You wonder what happens to your towels because, are they slowly wearing away from the dryer? I think that's a point. You don't realize how smart your parents are till years later. Anyway, did you know an artist was building a mini town out of lint collected from sweaters? What did he title the project? The Pillage. What did one sock say to the second sock in the dryer? I'll see you the next time around. And what happens to a wolf that falls in the washing machine? He becomes a wash and werewolf. So that's all the jokes I could find relating to lint and really washing machines. So that's it for tonight. So I want to ask if anybody ever made anything out of the lint. I know you can start fires with it, because when we had a house up in North New Jersey, up in the mountains. Of course, it's not mountains like real mountains. I mean, we called them mountains, and they were really just hills. We used to have campfires, outside fires all the time. Everybody had their fire pit. They took pride in having their fire pits. They would sit around, which I still miss because I found it relaxing. But we'd start the fire a lot of times with lint that we had collected. It was a good fire starter. But does anybody else use lint for anything else? Sometimes I feel like it's a waste. Like, why am I throwing this out? Maybe I could use this. I know, I'm going crazy. So that's it for tonight. Have a good evening, and I'll see you again when I get another flash of genius. Bye now.